express your feelings, acknowledge the pain that you either cause or I regret the whole situation, the way I responded. Welcome to the channel. It's your girl Najari Skeet, back again. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about forgiveness. This is the third video in the series, Becoming the Better Version of You. In this series, I'm going to give you the tools to become the better version of you and to start your self-improvement journey. And today we are talking about forgiveness. And it's such an important topic because learning how to forgive yourself and forgiving others is such a crucial part of understanding the past and embracing the future. Okay, alright, Jerry, not her giving low, quotes and whatnot. So let's get into the video. I want you to think of a backpack, right? An emotional backpack. And when you don't forgive others or forgive yourself, it's just you keep carrying this backpack with you in life. And you are going to keep filling it because as humans, we get more in experience. So those people that always say, I don't forgive nobody, don't forgive nobody, right? I just think of that emotional bag, that backpack that you are carrying, and how that is going to be like a heavy load as you continue if you don't forgive others, right? And it can also bleed over or trickle over in different experiences because let me say you meet a new person, and because you had this past experience, you're gonna react in the same unforgiving self, right? So when you don't forgive, it can increase your stress, your anxiety, and even cause physical health issues, okay? And the resentment that we hold for others is literally poisoning our systems, it's poisoning our future relationships, and it's hindering our personal growth. So we need to learn how to let go and to let go of anger, bitterness, and just feeling stuck in the past. Like, let me tell you, when you don't forgive somebody, you replay that in your brain and you become stuck in the past. Like, that's such a quote for me when it comes to forgiveness. You are stuck in the past. Two situations come to mind when I think of forgiveness and unforgiveness. So I had a situation with my friend my ex-friend, and she was too much information, right? That friend was someone that was very close to me, and it's like one of those friendships where you think it's gonna last forever. And then there was a situation that took place, and I regret the whole situation, the way I responded, the way how I acted. I felt I could have done better in that situation, and it holds a lot of guilt and not forgiving myself and how I responded. And it came a time where I had to understand that I'm not going to react perfectly in all situations, so I have to give myself some grace. And I just had to learn how to let go and just accept it played out how God wanted to. I have to say how God wanted it to play out at this point. So another situation is that I haven't had to forgive someone is I had someone that was very close to me hurt me badly, and it was a situation where I looked up to that person and I had a lot of respect because of the position that they had in my life, and they hurt me a lot, and I hold on to not forgiving them of things that had happened. And I held on to it for many years in my childhood, in my early teens. And it really affected my relationships with others and not trusting people well. And I had to let go of that, honestly, because it was making me angry or bitter or whatever word you would like to call it. So I had to learn to let that go. I just have to bring out the fact that when you don't forgive people, I know this sounds cliche, but forgiveness is for you. It's something that is for you. Because let's be honest, that person that you are unforgiving to and you think that you are indirectly hurting that person but not forgiving them, like, let me tell you, friend, them probably even care about you. Them probably don't even remember even hurting you. Like, them might not even see it as that deep or that serious, and so you holding on to this resentment and not forgiving them, and it really just hurting you and them living them good life. So I need you to see forgiveness as an activity that you are doing for you. You're not doing it for nobody else but you. Okay, for you. Okay, for you. Okay. So I'm gonna give you some steps or some ways that you can practice forgiveness. The first way is writing forgiveness letters. You can write it to a particular person, or you can for yourself if you have to forgive yourself. Please bear in mind, you don't have to send this letter to anyone. This is really just for you. As I said, forgiveness could be a solo man activity. So just write down in this letter, express your feelings, acknowledge the pain that you either caused or the pain that you felt, and then state your intentions to forgive that person or to forgive yourself. As I said, you do not have to send this letter to anyone. So go to therapy. Going to therapy is a great way because they are professionals. I'm not a professional. So you can go to them and really get into it, especially if you have to forgive somebody that they did something that's very hurtful and very deep and very painful. So always go to therapy. If you can't afford it, go to therapy and practice self-compassion. So we need to understand and be gentle with ourselves. I always like to visualize myself as if I'm speaking to my inner child or speaking to a younger version of me, and just speak to myself how I would speak to a child, right? And how I would want to speak to, or how I wish someone would speak to me when I was younger, right? So just practice self-compassion, try visualizing, or just be gentle with yourself, and just remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes, and then to release that guilt and shame. So just practice, self-compassion. Another way is setting boundaries. Forgiving someone does not mean you allow them the same access into your space, giving them access to your time, to your heart, to your body. Forgiveness does not mean any of that. So remember, you can set your boundaries, clear boundaries, and still forgive that person. So I want you to remember that forgiveness is not an easy process, and it can be complex, and some things or some people is easier to forgive compared to others. So remember to be easy yourself, practice self-compassion, and go through that process. In the next episode, I am between two minds on the next video, but most likely we are going to be talking about past relationships. We're going to learn about understanding the different dynamics and how you can learn and how it mirrors you or shows you a different part of yourself. So we're going to talk about the different types of relationships, and we are going to get some interesting, good information from that video, right? So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment if you learned something. If you have anything you want to add to the conversation, please do. I'm always open for feedback. So thank you for watching me. Bye.